right, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Youngevity Energy Training webinar this evening. We've got a wonderful presentation for all of you. I want to thank the leaders who have set this up so that you can learn more about this amazing opportunity that I'm very passionate about. I'm very passionate about the Youngevity business, where we've come and where we're going. My name is Jason Arfman. I've been in the energy business now about 6 years. I've also been in the health and wellness industry about 18 years. And what I can tell you is this combination of a health and wellness company with an energy company is one of the most powerful combinations, I believe, and one of the biggest announcements of 2015. So very excited to start this off. We just launched in Texas. We've got more states to come. But we want to give you guys an insight on who we are, what we're doing, and really how you can take advantage of this as you put this into your business and earn residual incomes off of people turning on their lights, turning on their TVs and their computers. There's an amazing business out here, and we want you to learn about it and have a good understanding about what we do and how it works. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to talk a little bit first on who we are as a company, just so you get an understanding of who is Energy Professionals, who is this company that Youngevity has partnered with to work with in the energy business. Energy Professionals is a leader in deregulation, electricity, and natural gas. They've got contracts with 10 of the top 13 energy supply companies in the nation. You guys, that is a very important piece that we're going to talk about later on, and why we have a higher competitive advantage over our competition because of having multiple relationships in the energy sector and having businesses compete for the customer's business. Okay, they're a leader in customer satisfaction. We're not the low-cost leader, but we're a leader in customer satisfaction. We know how to take care of the customers, put them with the right companies that are going to make them happy long-term. Okay, that is very, very important because it's not always about the price. I know that some people believe it is, but if you give a fair price with great services, that's what it's more about. It's about the value proposition to the end consumer. And we're going to be talking about that today and how to create value with your customers. Because if you're only playing on price, it's very easy to lose in that game. The biggest thing that Energy Professionals does is they really take the headache out of choosing the energy supplier. Okay, they understand. They've been in this business 13 years. They've started way back when deregulation started years ago, and they know what works for customers and what doesn't work for customers. So they're really taking the headache out of this process. And I will tell you this, in the deregulated states where we have deregulation happening, they are getting a lot of marketing coming at them through flyers and door-to-door and telemarketing and billboards. And the word of mouth, I will tell you, is one of the most powerful tools. When you can tell your friends and family about a service that you're enjoying right now at this time, that is literally the best way to switch somebody over to a new service. So we're going to go ahead and get started and talk a little bit about some partners with Energy Professionals. This is just a few guys. Tri-Eagle Energy is one we're using in Texas right now. ExxonMobil, I'm sure you've heard of those guys. NRG, big energy generator, $18 billion a year. TXU Energy, Direct Energy, Mint Energy, just to name a few of the very large national brands that are out there. And again, that is very important. These guys are the good guys. They know how to give good customer satisfaction. The way you can tell is how many customers they have on their books. These guys are the big guys. So there is a reason why they win their customers over year after year. So here's what I want to talk to everybody about. This energy business is a $500 billion industry. Okay, and energy supply companies are currently participating in it. And customers are participating as being customers, but imagine the potential of you being able to tap into this $500 billion industry, and that's really what Youngevity has offered, is a way for you to tap in, play with the biggest players in the energy sector, in the energy industry, and earn a portion of that $500 billion industry into your business. So I want you to really imagine the potential. We've just started in the state of Texas. We're going to be expanding into other states. But if you look at all the states that we're not even tapping into yet, that is all future potential. How would you like to be at the forefront of telecom deregulation and the cell phone industry? getting a piece of that cell phone industry would have been huge. And this, guys, you're at the start of it. This is happening. It's rolling out. New announcements are coming out every day. We just heard an announcement in California that electricity service will be coming very soon, and it's going through the regulatory bodies as we speak. A bill is being signed. So, guys, expansion is happening all the time in the deregulated energy sector. So I want you to imagine that as we talk, because this is a huge opportunity for everybody that participates in the Youngevity Energy program. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about what are the energy options that customers get to enjoy. This is the value proposition, you guys, and this is very important because customers have to understand what are they getting. Youngevity customers are going to get fixed rate pricing so they can budget their energy costs. We call this price protection, okay? Imagine yourself, and I like to use this analogy, imagine if right now you could lock in your gasoline prices that you're paying at the pump to fill up your car. Would you lock in right now these prices? Because actually I wish I could have locked in about 2 months ago. That's when they were the lowest, right? I wish we could lock in and have those prices. I would sign a 5-year contract right now if I could lock in the prices at $2.50 a gallon, because I know they're going to continue to go back up again. And I don't want to pay those $4 a gallon prices. So really what fixed rate pricing does is it helps take the shock out of the energy bill, helps families budget what they're going to be spending on a regular basis on their utilities. So fixed rate, you guys, is very important. Price protection. And right now, with the costs as low as they are, the longer you can lock in, the better. So if you can lock in for 24 months, 30 months, lock in at those longer rates because it's only going up from here. All right, renewable energy options that will offset their carbon footprint. Okay, when somebody goes 100% green, it's like recycling 5,000 pounds of waste in a household every single year. Renewable energy options are an exciting new program, guys, that is starting to take hold across the United States. We're seeing buildings that are becoming LEED certified. That means they're using more renewable energy options and reducing their demand on electricity so they can become LEED certified. Households, this is important for households as well. Every time somebody chooses renewable energy options, they're giving jobs back to the United States, back to Texas, and we're putting back to work our local economy. And what that does is it says, guys, we're going to use a renewable energy source that is not, we're not going to burn something and then it's gone forever. We're going to do something that constantly we can keep going and sustain it for long periods of time. That's what renewable energy options do. All of our products have a green option to them. We have a 25% green and 100% green energy option, and we'll discuss that here in just a little bit. But you guys, that is very important. Even though some people say, oh, I don't like green, I might not like green because it might be more expensive. Guys, we are driving down the costs and giving jobs to people right here in our backyard. And you guys have an opportunity to participate in the earnings of that as well. Right now, you guys, solar is about the same, almost the same cost to produce a kilowatt as coal is. So these renewable energy sources are really, the technology is expanding. They're coming down in pricing, and they're becoming very effective as an energy option in the United States. Okay, here's the other piece is peace of mind that you're going to get a good, solid rate. Okay, Energy Professionals is finding the best product options for you. We want to have the ability to go and put our head on our pillow at night and say we feel great about the product we just offered our customers. And here's what I will tell you about that. We, guys, if we're looking at price and you're looking at, hey, who's got the lowest price, you can look for days on end and constantly find a lower price. What I will tell you is we have a very competitive price. We do not have the lowest, but we've got the best fixed rate pricing. We've got awesome customer service. We've got renewable energy options. We have got the whole package behind our energy services. Okay, and there's more to come. Here's the best part of it. The best part of it is through Youngevity, you don't have anything to lose because you also have an opportunity to make money off of telling other people about it. Okay, that's the biggest piece of this puzzle is, you've got a great rate here and you can make money while doing it. And here's one thing I will guarantee you. Okay, we will beat any MLM electricity and gas prices on the market. Okay, so we are that competitive. We are competing with the guys that are out there, the energy supply companies that are out there right now in the industry. We feel very good about the products and the pricing that we have and that we're going to bring to our customers at Youngevity. Solid rates, and I will tell you this, a lot of the time, especially in Texas, you're going to see people saving money. That's what I call the icing on the cake. You know, if it was the same price, we still got these nice fixed rates, renewable energy options, great customer service, solid companies that are financially sound. Okay, the icing on the cake is when you actually save money at the end. That's just a benefit and a bonus to everybody. So that's the value proposition. I hope you understand that. If you only lead with the pricing, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be a very difficult process for you. You've got to sell the whole product and the value proposition of the whole product for customers to understand what the value is. I've done this, you guys. We've brought almost 100,000 customers in 18 months, and we focused on value proposition. And we focused on it, and then we just ask our customers to switch, building a relationship with them. That's how you become successful in the energy sector. Okay. Now, why does energy make sense at Youngevity? I'm going to tell you why, and I'm going to tell you why there's a lot of companies that are fearful of what we're doing right now. Okay? It's an add-on service that everyone uses. And I'm going to just add to that. It's an add-on service that's a $500 billion industry that we just added on to nutritional supplements and the Dr. Wallace message. Okay? That's powerful. That is extremely powerful. So understand that we've got a lot of products that are already working. Youngevity's been growing at about 300 to 400% over the last 4 years. And we're just adding this on as an additional item to help you grow your business faster and have nice residual incomes. Okay? Here's another piece that's key. There's literally no enrollment fee for distributors to make money in the energy business. Most companies out there are charging anywhere from $200 to $500 for a distributor to come in and maybe have a chance at making money. Okay? Here, nobody has anything to lose. We've got great rates, and you've got a chance at making money. Okay? There is no better opportunity than right here at Youngevity. It takes away the risk of having to invest that $200 to $500 just for an energy business and a website. With Youngevity, it's free. You just have to be an energy, or you just have to be a Youngevity representative in order to receive your energy business. Okay? Every household pays a utility bill to somebody. Okay? Every single household is paying that money somewhere. So that money is being spent regardless if it's being spent through energy professionals. So understand that piece, because we're going to talk about that. Everybody already knows how to use the energy product. They know how to turn on their lights. They know how to turn on their air conditioner. Everybody knows how to use electricity. In fact, when electricity goes out, sometimes we still think it's there. Have you ever seen it when the power goes out in your house and kids are flipping on the lights? Hey, why don't the lights work? We're so used to energy, you guys. It's almost a necessity. And it's something that everybody in the United States, we use it in abundance. Okay? So that's why it's a huge opportunity for us to get a piece of that puzzle. I will tell you this. You're going to get a better product by shopping through Youngevity. And when I say a better product, I mean you're going to get unique products that you're not going to see elsewhere. You might see longer terms on the contract. When we go longer term on a contract, there's more risk to the company or the energy supply company, okay, because we're locking in longer. And energy rates are all over the board, you guys. They're constantly up, down, up, down, up, down. And there's a lot of factors that come into play. When you look at very cold temperatures and big snow on the East Coast, what that tells me is higher prices are coming, because there was a lot of natural gas being used on the East Coast to heat homes, and about 70 to 80% of our energy or of our electricity production is now being produced by natural gas plants. Okay, coal production is down, natural gas production is up. We now have different peaks, you guys, that are controlling the energy pricing in the energy market. So understand that locking in right now, we can see that the prices are, if you're locking in the summer, it might not be as good of a time to lock in as it is right now. We can make a difference by choosing the right type of energy. Okay, we will start showing here in the near future are carbon offsets, okay? The amount of foreign oil that we're reducing as far as imports, giving jobs to the United States, reducing our foreign dependency on oil, and bringing jobs back here and building our economy, okay? We can make the difference by us all coming together and choosing the right type of energy. So again, energy makes so much sense when you plug this into a Youngevity model. Youngevity is all about changing people's lives, doing something great for the environment. It's all about building an opportunity for all of its distributors. And I will tell you this, this has tagged on a huge opportunity for everybody who plugs in their customers into the energy business. They have a huge uptick, and it's about a 40% increase in their residual income. I'll show you that here in just a little bit. Okay, moving on. It's very easy. Customers, it's shopping made easy because we have a broker that's doing it for them. Okay. The other thing I like is that we've got unique plans only available through Youngevity Buying Power. The bigger we get, you guys, the more competition and the more companies want to compete and give us great deals. It's much better if you buy as a group versus buying as an individual. An individual, you're just going to get whatever is the market plan out there. You're going to get a much better plan through going through a group plan. Plans that will help budget monthly expenses and go green. There's a purpose behind what we're doing. Okay? From a distributor standpoint, those of you who are excited about making money, which I love making money in energy, you don't have to be an energy expert to be successful. You can trust that Energy Professionals is doing the best job possible as far as getting the best rates that we can. Okay? It doesn't cost you $200 to $500 to start your energy business, so it takes away the risk. And I will tell you this, if you're already in Youngevity, your Youngevity customers are already buying energy from someone currently. Okay? Why not? That commission is going to somebody already. Why not earn that commission yourself and teach your Youngevity folks how to start getting a part of, being a part of this Youngevity family and making money off of their referrals. Okay? I would love it if every time I referred somebody to a restaurant or every time I referred somebody to a movie, I wish the movie industry in Hollywood would send me a little thank you check. I wish the restaurant industry and all these different franchises that are making millions and millions of dollars would send me a thank you check. Guys, Youngevity will do that for you referring your friends and family to the Youngevity Energy Program. And it's a residual income. Think about it. This is going to go on for years to come. Once they understand the trusted brand through Energy Professionals, they're going to want to stay because they know that they're getting a solid rate. They know they're getting good customer service with a solid company who's got capital to help support them through all the energy ups and downs. They're going to be out there. They know that they're going to have renewable energy options. They're doing something good for the economy in the United States. Okay, and they know that they're price protected. That when everybody understands that philosophy, that's when we have explosion and growth, and you'll have success. Now, here's what this looks like, you guys. Here's a plan in Houston, Texas that everybody can take advantage of. Okay, we do have a $4.95 base charge. Okay, very common. Most companies charge it. But here's the other cool thing. Our rate actually includes all delivery charges, and we have no minimum usage charges. Okay, we see this happening all the time. We'll see somebody and they'll say, hey, we've got a 7.4 cents per kilowatt rate. You guys are higher, it's 9.5. Well, ours includes delivery. Does yours include delivery? Oh no, delivery's separate. When we start adding in delivery, all of a sudden that price starts going up. I'm going to show you an example of what that looks like. So we've really taken the confusion out of the energy bill, you guys, and this is huge. Now, one thing I do want to point out, a lot of people say, green energy is super expensive, so they usually charge a premium. We've seen premiums as high as 1 cent to 2 cents per kilowatt difference. If you look at this difference, if you look at from 25% renewable green is 9.5 cents. We go up to 100% green, 1/10 a penny, you guys. It goes to 9.6. We take that out throughout a year. That's maybe $1.20 extra you'll pay per year to go 100% renewable energy on your home. A year, you guys. That's less than a cup of coffee. That's a pack of gum that it would cost to have 100% renewable energy options, giving more back to the renewable energy industry. So just wanted to point that out. Our 100% renewable rates are phenomenal, and they're great rates. All right. Wanted to just highlight this product really quick. In the state of Texas, Tri-Eagle, it gives back to Texas. This is all Texas renewable. By using Texas wind energy, and we're building Texas jobs in western Texas by supporting the local economy. Okay, so this green energy in the state of Texas is Texas green. So for those of you in the state of Texas, you can feel good about every single month. We're not giving business away to other states and other green renewable options. This is going right to Texas. Okay, now we do have a what's called a Young Eagle product. It's 25% renewable energy. That's exclusive to Youngevity members. Those are for the people who are very price sensitive. Go with the 25% green. Okay, but then we've got the 100% renewable energy option that is phenomenal as well. We've got 18-month fixed rate options and 30-month fixed rate options. Again, these are exclusive to Youngevity. We got 6 months extra off of our. We had a 12-month and a 24-month. We got 6 months extra because right now we wanted to lock in for longer term because we know the rates are low. We're doing this exclusively for Youngevity members. Okay, that's unique. That might change in the future, but for right now, we're trying to go as long as we can because of where the rates are at. Delivery is included in your price, and there's no minimum usage charges. We've seen this with other companies where they take out that delivery charge, or they'll say, "Hey, we're going to give you free nights and weekends," and that's great, the free nights and weekends. Or we're going to give you a $25 gift card or a $100 gift card for you to switch. Okay, we see all these gimmicks, you guys. I guarantee you, every single one of the gimmicks we could do, it's just going to count. It's just going to come out in your rate. And I will tell you this: it's better to have a better rate than to pay extra a higher rate to get some gimmick. Free nights and weekends. Nights start at 9 p.m. What's running at 9 p.m.? Okay, you got alarm clocks. You got your night lights, but you're paying 13, 14 cents per kilowatt. It doesn't make sense. It'd be better to be on a fixed rate, lower price, and just have a constant, and especially when you're using the majority of the energy in the daytime hours. So again, the Tri-Eagle products, it's a fixed rate with no delivery charges and no minimum usage charges. So let me show you this plan. This is an example of somebody who's on this phone who sent in their bill, who's already switched. Okay, you can see here, their total usage was about 566 kilowatts. Okay, their base rate was 11.4 cents, and this is with This is with a MLM energy company. 11.4 cents per kilowatt rate was their base rate. Well, then, if you look at this, all of a sudden you got another $27.61 of delivery charges. So, wow, that's an additional fee. Okay, and then there's another one they put in here, $9.95, another $10 for minimum usage charges for falling under 1,000 kilowatts of usage. And you guys, we see this all the time. In the summertime, you're using more because your air conditioners are on. So they get on these rates, but then when they get into the fall and the spring, they have these extra minimum usage charges. Well, what does that do is we're going to show you what you're actually paying here in just a second. Okay? Now, Tri-Eagle, it's different. Okay? Tri-Eagle, you'll see the $4.95 minimum usage charge, and then it's just 10 cents a minute. That's it. And obviously, you still have to pay the city taxes and the PUC assessment charges, the gross receipt tax. That we have no control over. That's your city. That you got to pay those 34 cents here. But here's when you compare apples to apples, this is what it looks like. If this individual would have been on this plan, okay, at 566 kilowatts at 11.4 cents, he paid $64.52 base, delivery charges of $21.61, and minimum usage charges of $9.95 for a total bill of $96.08. His actual rate that he's paying is 16.9 cents per kilowatt. Okay, now let's look over here. If he would have been on the 10-cent rate through Tri-Eagle, he would have paid $56.60 plus a $4.95 base charge, which brought his total to $61.55. So the actual rate is because of that minimum usage charge, or the base, or not the minimum usage, the base charge. Okay, so the difference here, you guys, look at this, 10.8 cents to 16.8 cents. His annual savings, the bonus on top of all this, and he's going green. He's locking in for an 18-month contract. Okay, he's saving almost $407 a year just by switching to this plan. Okay, and we've seen this time and time again. That's the icing on the cake, is when we can show somebody a savings on the plan. So that's the product in a nutshell, you guys. Don't be fooled by the gimmicks. Don't be fooled by the, hey, every third month we're going to give you a free, free weekends. Guys, there's always, I will tell you this, every company, they have these gimmicks because they know that customers will not do the math. And usually you are paying for those gimmicks. Okay, so don't get caught up in that. Let's talk a little bit about the business opportunity, how you can make money in this business. I will tell you this, it's been a very prosperous business for us. Over 100,000 customers in 18 months very quickly. It was life-changing for our family. We traveled. We had residual income like we've never seen before. We loved the fact that these customers were sticky. When you think about when people pay their electricity bill, if they are confident in that electricity bill, it's almost unconscious buying. They're so used to paying it. I usually ask the question, when was the first time you paid your electricity bill? And some people will say 18, 19. And then we ask the second question, how long do you plan on paying your electricity bill? Oh, probably the rest of my life. Okay? That makes for a very sustainable business, a business that can last a lifetime because you've got residual income coming in. And again, you're doing it with a company who has 10 of the top 13 contracts of the biggest energy suppliers in the country. And the reason that they're biggest is because they have the best value proposition to the customer. Okay, that is very important. Okay, this is how it works. You've got the customer who pays their bill. They pay that bill directly to the utility or to the energy supply company in the state of Texas. Okay, and the cool thing is Energy Professionals does all the collecting. They make sure that our residual incomes are protected long term. They've got the attorneys, they've got the contracts, they've got everything they need to make sure that we're getting those residual incomes on a monthly basis for the life of that customer. Those commissions are then paid to Youngevity because of your referral. Okay? Youngevity then converts those bonuses into a BV and a QV scenario where the bigger the home, the bigger the business, the more you make on your commission. Okay? And that's money back to you. So what we did is we took a plan, and we just looked at 6 levels. Now Youngevity actually goes further and pays 8 levels, but we wanted to just compare to other energy supply or other energy MLM companies that are out there. And the biggest ones we've seen are pay about 6 levels. Okay, so this is a situation where somebody builds their Youngevity business. Okay, and they do a 4x4 scenario where they recruit 4 and they teach those 4 how to recruit 4. They're building a very nice residual income very, very quickly. Okay, now if they were to take those and convert all those customers to the electricity plan, look what would happen to their residual income. And this is just the residuals, guys. This is not any bonuses. This is not any coding bonuses. This is not any infinity bonuses. This is not any fast start bonuses. This is just your residual income, what I call your work from the beach money. And this right here is a monthly scenario. Okay, and this is a situation where you can bank on this money every month. This is what's paying your mortgage. This is what's paying your health insurance. This is what's paying all your expenses in your household. Okay, and then all your bonus money, your fast start bonuses, your infinity bonuses, your coded bonuses, I call that the play money. That's the extra bonus money. You don't want to bank on that, but this is something you can bank on. Okay, if you look at that, that's a 40% increase right there. From $61,000, you increase $24,600 to $86,000 a month in income. That is phenomenal income earnings. And this is just looking at 6 levels again. But this is just giving you a scenario of converting your customers that are in your Youngevity business right now to the energy program. Okay, I want to talk to you really quick quickly why we have an advantage over other companies and why other companies are fearful of what we're doing. Okay, the reason we have an advantage is that Energy Professionals is not beholden to one energy supply company. Okay, in the last 3 years, we've seen 3 companies go out of business because of polar vortexes. And what that means is we had a polar vortex that drove up rates in a crazy way. And literally, we saw businesses going out of business within 4 hours. One day, they had a $12 million bill in one day, and they were closing their doors, and they were selling off their customers to whoever they could. Customers were being hurt. So really, that's why we're not beholden to one, is because we want to play with the biggest energy suppliers in the business, and we want them to compete for our business. I will tell you this, other MLM energy companies, their rates are higher. They're getting complaints on those rates, and they're getting especially complaints for charging $300 to $500 to start their businesses, and then they find out they don't even make any money. Okay, so this is a key piece. We've got 10 of the top 13 contracts, and we've got many more contracts that will help us to always have a supply of energy for our customers. Here's another benefit that we have that other energy companies are scared of. We have products in all 50 states. Dr. Wallach has been doing business for 18 years. Okay, his message is legendary, and we have a product for every single person. I will tell you this, the companies, the energy supply companies right now, they're looking for a national product. Okay, so they start doing these crazy things. They start trying to sell security systems and things that aren't in the energy sector, and it's difficult. Okay, Youngevity already has these set up in all 50 states. So we are the first wellness company to announce energy deregulation in the world that I know of. I've heard some people announce it, but they haven't actually gotten it done. Okay, I will tell you this, our prices will beat energy MLM companies all day long. And the biggest reason is because of point number 5, there's no pressure on upfront money with energy service. We don't have to add in an extra 2 cents to help pay for quick start bonuses. Okay? It's just residual income that these companies are used to paying anyway. So that's why we're going to have the most competitive rates when it comes to MLM companies. There's no fee to join the energy business, so it takes out the risk. I want to reiterate that. A lot of the times what they're using this $200 to $500 for is to pay quick start bonuses and help fund those leaders that are growing. We don't do that. Okay? We want this. We want to be a leader in customer and distributor satisfaction. That's what we will be doing. Okay? And the last point is the CEO pack will still drive the upfront money in Youngevity. And I love it because the CEO pack, the worst thing that's going to happen to somebody who spends $4.99 is they're going to get a ton of products and get super healthy. Okay, that's the worst thing that's going to happen to somebody. And if that's the worst thing that's going to happen, we're going to keep a lot of people happy for a lot of years to come. So you guys, I've seen the weaknesses in energy MLMs. They've grown very, very quickly. We just saw one that hit $1.2 billion in 7 years. Okay, they grow very quickly because energy is a hot service right now. But I can tell you what, we've taken all of those weaknesses and we've gotten rid of them here at Youngevity. By using the Energy Professionals brokering model, we have products in all 50 states. We're not beholden to one energy supply company. We don't charge upfront fees, and we've got very competitive rates and services that when you actually refer 10 friends to this product, you're going to still have 10 friends at the end of the day because they're going to come up and thank you and say, hey, thank you for putting me on that energy service. Okay. Moving on, getting started. If you have not done this yet, make sure you do this. Go to ygyenergy.com. Okay, click on the Buy Now. I think it actually says Register Now. I should change that. It says Register Now link. Okay, create your distributor account with Energy Pros. You'll just use your current Youngevity ID to do this. Once you have that, once you set up this account, you can enroll as many customers under that profile as possible. Okay. View the training and take the quiz. There's a quick quiz you have to take just to make sure we've done our part in teaching you the do's and don'ts of energy. Once that happens, you're now registered to enroll customers in the state of Texas and any future states that we launch, okay? And that's pretty important. Now, I will tell you this. I'm going to close with saying one thing. When we will change people, when we would ask people to switch over their energy, guys, we didn't take a ton of time. We would say, here's what it is. We've got green energy, we've got price protection, and here's your rate. Would you be our customer? That's as simple. Literally, some of our discussions are 3 to 5 minutes to switch somebody over to our energy product. If I had a relationship with that person, sometimes it took less time than that. It took longer to actually put them in the system and enroll them. But for them to make the decision to switch over their energy service, because they had a relationship with me, and they knew it was price protected, they knew it was a solid company, they knew it was green energy, they said, yeah, I'll do it. Okay? I think sometimes the people who first start in energy, the very first thing they want to default to is, hey, let us save money on your energy bill. That's the first thing that people default to. And that raises red flags with everybody. Because I will tell you this, the regulatory bodies, they find people for that message. Because you can't always be the lowest. It's a competition that just does not work. You've got to create a value proposition for the customer and then just flat out ask them to switch with confidence. And if they see the confidence in your voice that you know what you're talking about, we've got price protection, you guys, we've got no delivery charges, everything's all included, you're good to go. Will you be my customer? Switch them. It's as hard as literally as you make it. And I will tell you this, we can, switching over 28 accounts was pretty simple. We saw people doing it all the time. They get 28 accounts in a week or two. So it's simple to do this if you do it in the right way. You got to have confidence in your message and create the value proposition to the consumer. So I hope this has helped everybody on this phone understand really the gold mine that you're sitting on. Being able to, be partnered with the top energy broker in the entire country, working with 10 of the top 13 contracts, working with solid rates that don't have any gotchas, okay, working with green energy, working with price protection. What does that all mean? You guys are sitting on a gold mine of a product that when you start switching over, you're going to have residual income for many years to come. Because after their 2 years or their 2.5 years on the contract, they will want to renew because we are going to be the trusted brand. We're going to take care of our customers. We're going to go home at night and put our head on the pillow, and we're going to feel good that we've done something good for our customers and helping them find a better energy service. So you guys, thank you so much for being on this call this evening. Take this by storm. This is a huge opportunity, $500 billion industry. The question you have to ask yourself is, what portion of that industry would I like to have in my bank account? Because I will tell you what, I'm extremely passionate about it. That's why I brought this piece to Youngevity, is because we can do it differently, and we can do it better than any energy MLM out there. And we're going to turn heads. I will tell you this. In 2 to 3 years, we're going to look back and we're going to say, wow, I remember when we started, and this is an amazing opportunity. So thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We'll talk to you all soon. Have a wonderful evening and a great rest of your week. Talk to you later.